Hi, I'm Adam C and welcome to my Nissan 350Z that I've parked on someone's front garden. Now this video is brought to you by carhuddle.com, the free online car show directory. In today's video, I'll be telling you a few things about this car that you may or may not know about it. If you are an owner of one of these, there are even some of these things that you might not know yourself. So you might be entertained as well as the people who don't currently own one. Get one. But before I go ahead with this video, because it's not a car show, it's a slightly different video, I've got a little word from a sponsor for this video that I think you would be very interested in trying out. Let me just get round to the back of this car. There we go, that's a better view. The sun is now in front of me. Now today's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends, and this is a free app that you can download for your phone and forget everything you know about mobile games. This RPG game is going to change everything. I mean, I've had a go myself and it is unlike any other mobile game. The quality is close to that of a computer game. It's got an amazing storyline and great 3D graphics. And best of all, the game is totally free. There are hundreds and hundreds of characters to choose from, and you can see the detail in the graphics of each and every one of the characters of this game. And Raid Shadow Legends is getting huge really fast, and there's a special tournament coming up with some crazy prizes to be won. Now I know a lot of you are avid gaming fans, but games aren't meant to be watched, they're meant to be played. So use the link in the description below to get 50,000 silver coins and your own epic character. And then you can download the game, you can play the game, you can play against me in the game, and I can embarrass myself. But now, let's get on with the video. Now this is my blue Nissan 350Z. I can't remember the name of the blue. I should know because I've just had the front resprayed, but I don't, with my massive exhaust tips. And those of you who say you don't like the 350Z convertible, take a look at that. That looks lovely. And I do love having the roof down in lovely sunshine, although actually I think it's behind a cloud at the moment, so... But if you are interested in maybe buying a car or just like them... Oh, hello bird. Oh my god, it's like a hawk. I don't know my birds, but that was a big one. But yes, I will show you some of the things that you may or may not have known about the Nissan 350Z. Now a lot of this video will be based on the interior of the car, as that's where most of it is going on, some of the hidden features. If you step in, the first noticeable thing, other than the massive Z on the central column, is these three dials here. Now these are actually inspired by the Datsun 240Z, the original Z. And if you go back and look at the history of the Z, they all share similar cues such as these three dials in their styling. If I turn the ignition on, you can see this one obviously is battery voltage, we've got oil pressure, and these ones you can flick between the switches to go between all the information here. You've got clock, temperature, miles left. Yes, I need to fill up. Now whilst we're on the subject of styling, I'm going to introduce something that I told you about when I first got the car, and that is the 3 square styling. Now no one knows what this is all about, they just chose to put squares everywhere. So if you have a look at the Z logo, you can see the 3 squares in the middle of that. Also on the steering wheel, the 3 squares on the logo. But if we get deeper, we've got the handlebar there, the 3 squares are shown. Open the door, and you've got 3 squares outside of the Z, 3 squares that side of the Z. And even underneath this carpet that needs to be hoovered, you've got 3 squares on that pad. And onto the wheels, these are the Rays forged wheels. They have 3 squares on each of the spokes. And I'm sure if I had a lot more time on my hands, I could find some more squares. Now we are starting off lightly in this video. These are just small design cues that you may not have noticed, but one more small design cue you may not have noticed is a hidden Z. So obviously, most of the time, the door is shut when you're looking at the car. Or if you're in the car, the door is shut. But if you open the door, this vent here that feeds into this vent here has a cute little Z on it. Now, I apologise to the British folk, I keep calling them Zs and you're going to get outraged at that, but it's just fun calling them a Z. But yes, one of the main heater systems actually comes through the door, so you can see the way the vent travels. Now another interior design cue, you will notice that the passenger and the driver have different door cards. The passenger has a grab handle to hold on, because obviously the driver does not need to hold on because he's got this massive wheel to hold on to. Also a note about the passenger comfort is they've got a lovely cup holder there, but the driver has nothing. It's also slightly illegal to drink whilst driving, so that's probably for the better. But on the later models I do know that they do have 2 cup holders here to replace this little ashtray thing where I've got my McDonald's Monopoly tokens. And on to the next one, we are also going to the passenger side of the car. In fact, actually, I am going to get out the driver's side, I'm going to go around, close the boot to the passenger side. You will notice, there's a Z there, there is no glove box here. I don't know what's there, I don't know why they've chosen not to put a glove box there. The cigarette lighter is there, there's also one behind here for you. Now, they've got a glove box here. Mine is a bit slow because it's got this brushed look thing that's been stuck on it that slows it down because of the weight. You can't really put glove boxes there, but there is a hidden compartment behind the passenger seat. The controls are here. To move it forward, it's a little bit tedious. I mean, if I wanted my gloves in an emergency, this would not be the ideal place to put them. And here we are, a hidden compartment. There's also 2 compartments here and here. Behind the driver's seat, that is actually the subwoofer, so there's no glove box there. Oh, okay. So there's also some... Oh, that puts the seat forward and back, and that cancels... Ah! There's also a pocket there that I didn't know about. That's quite nice. So this button is to cancel the seat moving when the roof goes up. So on this car, I'll show you in a little bit, when the roof goes up or down, the passenger seat, not the driver's seat, the passenger seat has to go forward a little bit just to make it easier. And that cancels it, so it's obviously not that important to go forward. Interesting, there's a zip here to take that lining off. So you can lock this, and there is the glove box. And apparently, even more hidden, there's a tray underneath it to put, I don't know, MI5 documents. I was half hoping to find my original handbook in there, but no, it's not in there. That could do a bit of a clean. So that is all hidden. So we've also got these little pockets here for your sunglasses or even your gloves. Or a cloth. Oh, 20p. I can't get down there. But that is a bit of a pain to get to. So now that we have covered the interior, it's time to move to the back of the car. And by doing that, I need to actually get back into the interior. Sorry. And pop the fuel cap. Now, this is just a small one, but a lot of people don't actually realise that on the cap, you've got... It's low fuel for you. You've got a little hook to hang your fuel cap to. If it wasn't broken like mine. But there's even a diagram to show you how to do it in case you're that inept. I'll put that back in and I'll fill up in a bit. Now the next exterior thing is also requiring me to go inside, and that's to pop the hood. Or the bonnet if you are British like me. Now this one is more of an annoyance, and I don't mean that actually I need 2 hands to do this, because it's not got struts. I'll lean the bonnet on my head and then... Nailed it! So you can do that whilst, if you're one-handed, but I don't know why you'd be only one of these if you're one-handed, but you can. So you've got brake fluid there, you've got battery there, and over here you have the most difficult dipstick in the entire world. No car has a worse dipstick than this that I have ever come across. I mean, feel free to put your comments in below if you know a car with a worse dipstick than this, but the oil dipstick in the 350Z is just... Now let me show you what I mean. So you pull it out, obviously most of them go straight down, but this is at some kind of weird angle. And I've just sprayed oil all over my strut brace. So here is my lovely dipstick that I can't actually read because all the oil has been flicked off whilst trying to get it out, and it's smeared all over it. Obviously you need to wipe it first, but it's just not normal. And now, to find the hole, I'm going to have to put the camera down. I'm glad it's not an RX-8 because you have to check the oil like every drive on the RX-8, whereas this you can get away with a few more drives, but even still, if you don't want to get messy, you shouldn't be doing this. I had to get my lovely clean cloth that was in my glove box just to clean things up, because there's oil splattered everywhere from taking it out. You do need to kind of guide it in, and then when you get it in, it's still not straight down. It's got zigzags on it. Don't know why they put kinks in it, but it's got kinks in it. Listen, you went wrong with this, admit it. And there we go. Let's actually check the oil. I am halfway, which is all good, but I can't actually tell because in the time taking it off, it's smeared up everywhere because it comes into contact with every part of the engine that's near it because it's not straight. What is the point? I hear a loud car. It's an M2. Alright.
Yeah, you?
Yeah, good. Now one more feature, if you open the boot you will see, so the button actually to open the boot is this little rubber thing here. It's just rubbish, there's no way to open it from the inside of the car. How to put a golf bag into the car. Now in Japan it's very hard to sell a car if you can't put golf clubs in the car, because a lot of Japanese businessmen like to take their friends on a golfing trip. Now normally the rule is you have to put at least 2 golf bags in the car. Apparently in the 350Z hardtop you can fit 2 in if you use science and arithmetic. I don't know how, but this one only says 1 is possible, which is unfortunate if you've got a friend and you both like golfing and you don't want to share each other's sacks. So this boot, which actually has gloves that should be in the glove box that I mentioned earlier, but they're not because it's inconvenient, so in the boot, is enough to put your golf bags in, but the luggage compartment cannot accommodate all types of golf bags, so it's a little lie, but that is the way to do it. So you put it in and then 2 down. I mean, you just use logic. I think this bit's a bit more pointy than that end, so you put the pointy club end, I'm not a golfer, the club end in there and then the bottom in there. But the last golf bag I saw definitely couldn't fit in here. But that sticker was on the boot lid of the 350Z. Now one final thing that you may not have known about the 350Z is if you have a look at any Marvel film, on the introduction vault, which is kind of like a flip book of loads of Marvel comics, one of the scenes, like it's very brief, but one of the scenes in that flip book has a 350Z. Obviously it's not a convertible because no one likes convertibles, but it's a hardtop 350Z on pretty much every Marvel film right at the beginning. So go check one out at the end of this video. You can see on the Marvel bit with the logo on, I don't know what it's called, it's like a flip book of comics, and then the Marvel logo appears and it's like, whoa, and I can't show it to you because of copyright laws, but it's there. There is a 350Z there. Try and send me the link if you found it, because it's there and you will never miss it now after every Marvel film you see, like Avengers and Catman. I don't watch films. But that was a little bit of information of things that you may or may not have known about the 350Z. Now I think it's time to go for a little drive, just so you can hear my lovely exhaust and I can tell you a bit more what it's like to drive. Some more squares, 3 squares on the door handles, which looks like it's come off a fridge freezer. Step in. To start the car, you have to have your foot on the clutch, and then it will begin. Talking of foot on pedals, to close the roof you have to have your foot on the brake pedal and then close. Now probably for safety purposes you have to keep your finger on the close button for the whole thing, otherwise it might automatically trap a baby's head or something ridiculous. But there you go, you'll notice the passenger seat, there you go, it's just going back there. But it's not all done, there's a bit of manual bit, you still have to lock it in place like this on this handle, which has 3 squares on it, and then I don't know if it's the same on all of them, I have to then put the windows up manually as well, which is a bit of a pain. But when you put it down, foot has to still be on the brake pedal, you have to unlock that first, then open, the windows go down, the seat goes forwards, and then it does it for you. And I timed it quicker than it was before, I can't remember what I got, but it's actually not that bad of a speed, this roof mechanism. Oh, lovely sunshine. This is why I got a convertible, because look, the sun's up there. You'd be feel claustrophobic if you had a hardtop. Right, let's go for a drive. Oh my god, I've just found the driver's handbook. It was under the seat all along. Look, some more squares. Oh, here we go. This would have helped me out with the video a bit. So, oh, right. Righty. I've got everything. That's made my day. Driving your passion. Alarm system, a thank you book. What's that? Receipts, invoices, documents. I have history. I didn't think this car had any history, and it's all there. Oh my god, today has been a good day. So if you want to buy this car, full service history, as stated. Oh, I've just broken it. It also has an instruction leaflet of how to open and close the roof. It says nothing about doing the windows manually, so I don't know if that's just mine being rubbish. There we go, an owner's manual telling me all I need to know about my car. So yes, time for a drive. And look, roof down, lovely. No need for aircon, although I don't think my one works. Another thing you might not have known is the aircon on these cars disengages when at full throttle to reduce the draw from the engine. So I don't think anyone's aircon ever works in these cars because everyone's driving them at full throttle. gallon. I mean, I average about 22. I average 22 miles per gallon in this car. Some people get less, some people get more. Another tunnel. I am treated today. Oh, so there you go, the Nissan 350Z. Some little factoids that you may not have known about it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out the link in the description to download Raid Shadow Legends and get yourself 50,000 silver coins and a special character. But for now, thanks for watching.